the apex predator's blueprint, a symbiosis of genius. To truly grasp the magnitude of the Chiefs' reign, we must first dissect the intricate, almost preternatural bond between two football savants, head coach Andy Reid and quarterback Patrick Mahomes. This isn't merely a coach-player relationship. It's a living, breathing, evolving symbiosis, a feedback loop of offensive innovation that redefines what's possible on a football field. Reid, a celebrated offensive mastermind with decades of schematics under his belt, found his ultimate muse in Mahomes. Before Mahomes, Reid's offenses were formidable, a complex tapestry of option routes, misdirections, and play-action fakes. But with Mahomes, the canvas expanded into an entirely new dimension. Reid's genius lies in his ability to not just design plays, but to design an offense that exploits every atom of his quarterback's unique talent. He doesn't just call plays. He orchestrates an entire ecosystem of opportunities for Mahomes to thrive. Take, for instance, Reid's legendary playbook. Andy Reid's playbook is rumored to contain more unique set pieces, design plays for specific situations, than any other coach in modern NFL history, some dating back decades, only to be unleashed at the perfect, opportune moment. This isn't just about having a lot of plays. It's about having the right play for any situation, a meticulously cataloged arsenal that can be deployed with surgical precision. And Mahomes, in turn, doesn't just execute these plays. He elevates them. He sees the defensive shifts, the subtle tells, the tiny cracks in the armor, and he adapts. He might extend a play with his legs, or he might unleash a pass from an impossible arm angle, transforming a good play into an iconic one. Their communication is almost telepathic. Reid's play calls, often complex and verbose, are immediately internalized by Mahomes, who then translates them into fluid action. It's a shared language of football, honed over years of relentless practice and high-stakes games. Reid gives Mahomes the framework, the robust scaffolding of an elite offensive system, but he also grants him unprecedented freedom within that structure. He trusts Mahomes' instincts, his ability to improvise, and his unmatched feel for the game. This trust isn't a gift. It's earned, born from countless hours of film study, whiteboard sessions, and the sheer audacity of Mahomes' on-field brilliance. When a play breaks down, which it inevitably will in the chaotic ballet of an NFL game, Mahomes doesn't panic. He reverts to an instinct honed by Reid's empowering philosophy: find a way. This freedom within structure is the secret sauce, allowing for both the methodical dismantling of defenses and the explosive, highlight reel moments that define their style. It's the ultimate collaborative masterpiece, where one mind crafts the blueprint and the other breathes life into its most audacious designs, perpetually pushing the boundaries of what football can be. The art of controlled chaos, unpacking explosive plays. The Chiefs' offense is a living testament to controlled chaos. Their explosive plays aren't random bursts of luck. They're the culmination of deliberate design, unparalleled athletic talent, and a quarterback who routinely warps the very laws of physics. When we talk about explosive plays, we're not just referring to long touchdowns. We're talking about plays that instantly shift momentum, deflate defenses, and demoralize opponents through their sheer inevitability and audacity. At the heart of this explosiveness is Patrick Mahomes' arm talent. It's a generational gift, combining incredible velocity, pinpoint accuracy, and the unique ability to throw from any platform or arm angle imaginable. He can launch a football 70 yards downfield with a flick of the wrist, or deliver a no-look pass across his body while scrambling right. Patrick Mahomes' no-look passes aren't just flair. They're the product of an almost preternatural peripheral vision and a deep understanding of defensive rotation, a skill rarely seen since the era of streetball legends. This isn't just about flashy moves. It's about manipulating defensive backfields, making them commit to a pass that isn't coming, only to unleash the ball to an open receiver who was invisible moments before. It's a form of football magic that leaves analysts scratching their heads and defenders flat-footed. But Mahomes isn't a one-man show. His supporting cast, particularly Travis Kelce, is integral to the explosive equation. Kelce isn't just a tight end. He's a receiving weapon with the route-running prowess of an elite wide receiver, the physicality of a linebacker, and an uncanny ability to find the soft spots in any zone defense. Reid schemes often isolate Kelce in advantageous matchups, exploiting linebackers or safeties who simply can't keep up. The Chiefs consistently use motion, shifts, and misdirection to create confusion at the line of scrimmage, forcing defenders to reveal their intentions or get caught out of position. They might use a jet sweep fake to draw linebackers to one side, only to hit a deep post to Kelce on the other. They leverage multiple eligible receivers in tight formations, then spread them out, forcing defenses to declare their coverage intentions, which Mahomes then exploits. These aren't simple chuck-it-deep plays. They're carefully constructed sequences designed to create open receivers against any defensive alignment. The ball might be delivered from a bizarre angle or after a prolonged scramble, but the initial design, combined with Mahomes' genius, sets the stage for those game-altering moments. The result is an offense that doesn't just score points, but does so with a flair and dominance that feels almost effortless, proving that intricate planning can indeed look like spontaneous brilliance. The heartbeat of inevitability, mastering the clutch drive. The true hallmark of a dynasty isn't just winning, it's how you win. And no team in recent memory has embodied the art of the clutch drive quite like the Kansas City Chiefs. When the game is on the line, the clock is ticking down, and every single snap holds the weight of a season. The Chiefs don't just rise to the occasion. They seem to command it, bending the narrative to their will with an almost unsettling calm. This isn't just about athletic prowess. It's a testament to mental fortitude, supreme situational awareness, and an unshakable belief in their process. A clutch drive for the Chiefs often begins not with panic, but with a profound sense of inevitability. Patrick Mahomes exudes an almost serene confidence in these moments, a quiet conviction that despite the pressure, despite the score, despite the odds, he will find a way. This composure is infectious, radiating through the huddle and calming the nerves of every player on the field. Andy Reid, often portrayed as a jovial, unflappable presence, becomes a surgical strategist, meticulously crafting a sequence of plays that methodically dissects the opposing defense. There's no grandstanding, no desperate Hail Marys until absolutely necessary. Instead, there's a methodical progression, a calculated march downfield. Each play in a clutch drive is a miniature chess match. Reid understands the defensive tendencies in critical situations, and Mahomes has an encyclopedic knowledge of his options. They might start with high-percentage throws to Travis Kelce or short runs to establish rhythm and chew up yardage. Then, as the defense tightens up, Mahomes might unleash a perfectly placed back shoulder throw on the sideline or extend a play with his legs, waiting for a receiver to break open against an exhausted secondary. The ability to convert on third and fourth downs, especially in the red zone, is where their mental toughness truly shines. They don't just execute, they adapt. A busted play isn't a failure. It's an opportunity for Mahomes to improvise, to pull off an impossible throw, or to scramble for a first down, keeping the drive alive against all logical probability. Their Super Bowl victories are littered with these moments. Game-tying field goal drives, overtime winning touchdowns, and fourth-quarter comebacks that left opponents stunned and fans breathless. This consistent execution under the most intense pressure isn't an accident. It's the product of a culture built on trust, preparation, and an almost pathological refusal to be denied. It's a testament to their psychological resilience, turning what would break lesser teams into just another chapter in their unfolding story of dominance. The unwritten rules: energy, creativity, and the breaking of molds. What sets the Kansas City Chiefs apart isn't just their talent or their coaching. It's their intrinsic energy and creativity, a willingness to break conventional football wisdom, to improvise, and to play with a swagger that borders on defiance. They don't just win games. They redefine the boundaries of offensive football, infusing every snap with a sense of invention and unpredictability. This creativity manifests in myriad ways. On a strategic level, Andy Reid's offensive schemes are always pushing the envelope. He incorporates college concepts, draws from basketball plays, and even invents formations on the fly, keeping defensive coordinators constantly guessing. The Chiefs will line up in empty sets, then flood one side with receivers. They'll use exotic motion that serves not just as window dressing, but as a deliberate mechanism to create mismatches or expose defensive weaknesses. They embrace the notion that football, at its heart, is a creative endeavor, not just a rigid set of rules. But the true magic happens when a play breaks down and the players are forced to improvise. This is where Patrick Mahomes truly shines. He treats the entire field as his canvas, extending plays far beyond what should be possible. He'll spin out of sacks, throw across his body, or execute no-look passes that confound both defenders and observers. This backyard football mentality isn't born of recklessness. It's the result of countless hours of practice and an innate understanding of space, timing, and the limits of human possibility. They operate with an audacious confidence, a belief that no matter the situation, they can outwit and outplay their opponents. Take Travis Kelce, for example. Travis Kelce holds more 1,000-yard receiving seasons than any other tight end in NFL history, consistently defying the physical prime typically associated with a position well into his 30s. His longevity and sustained elite performance are not just due to physical conditioning. They are fueled by his unique route-running creativity, his ability to improvise and adapt on the fly, and his unbreakable chemistry with Mahomes. He doesn't just run routes. He feels the defense, adjusts his timing, and creates separation where none should exist, often with a subtle head fake or a sudden burst of speed that defies his age. The Chiefs play with a palpable joy, an almost childlike enthusiasm for the game, which belies the brutal, high-stakes nature of professional football. This energy is infectious, fueling their late-game heroics and allowing them to execute complex plays with a fluidity that seems effortless. They don't just play the game. They orchestrate it, bringing a vibrant, unpredictable energy that reshapes the very nature of competition. The ecosystem of excellence, a growing legacy and natural admiration. The Kansas City Chiefs, through their sustained excellence, relentless innovation, and unshakable belief, have ascended beyond mere sports champions. They represent a meticulously crafted ecosystem of greatness, a system so perfectly balanced and highly evolved that it commands not just respect, but a profound sense of admiration akin to that we reserve for the most intricate and dominant systems found in nature. Their legacy isn't simply a collection of trophies. It's a testament to the power of synergy, adaptation, and sustained peak performance. Andy Reid's strategic vision acts as the guiding force, shaping the environment, much like a keystone species influences an entire habitat. Patrick Mahomes, the supremely adapted apex predator, navigates this environment with unparalleled skill, exploiting every opportunity and bending the competitive landscape to his will. The supporting cast, from Travis Kelce's consistent excellence to the offensive line's quiet strength and the defense's timely interventions, forms the robust biodiversity of this championship ecosystem, each part contributing to the overall health and resilience of the whole. When we observe a natural phenomenon, be it the intricate web of a rainforest or the awe-inspiring power of a volcanic eruption, we don't just see individual components. We see the interplay of forces, the elegance of adaptation, the relentless pursuit of survival and dominance. The Chiefs embody this on the gridiron. Their ability to consistently adapt to new challenges, overcome injuries, integrate new talent, and maintain their competitive edge year after year mirrors the evolutionary processes that drive success in the natural world. They've developed immunity to pressure, an almost genetic predisposition for success, and a natural selection process within their own ranks that ensures only the strongest, most dedicated, and most adaptable thrive. This isn't just about football anymore. It's about witnessing the pinnacle of systematic brilliance, a human endeavor reaching a level of efficiency and dominance that feels almost preordained. Their reign is no coincidence. It's the inevitable outcome of a perfectly aligned force, a testament to the elegant brutality of natural laws translated onto the sporting stage. It's an homage to the complex beauty of a thriving ecosystem, one where every element works in harmony, where resilience meets innovation, and where sustained greatness is not an aspiration, but a natural, beautiful, and awe-inspiring state of being. They said lightning never strikes twice. But what if, in observing its power, we learn to admire the very electricity of its nature?